Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we are playing a little bit of Temur Prowess. So this is a deck I meant to play when Wilds of Eldraine was kind of the big thing, but never quite got round to it. So it does have a couple of interesting cards from that set. Nothing from Lost Caverns of Ixalan, but the addition of Treasure Cruise and Khans of Tarkir does help make this deck a little bit more interesting. So we have Elusive Otter. This is one of our newer cards. So it's a 1 blue mana for a 1/1 prowess. Creatures with power less than Elusive Otter's power can't block it. But it also has an adventure of X green and a sorcery to distribute X +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. And we're also running 4 copies of Questing Druid. So this is a 1/1 for 2. That whenever you cast a spell that's white, blue, black, or red, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. But you also have an adventure, 1 and a red, Seek the Beast at instant speed. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until your next end step. You may play this card. So this is probably one of the standout cards from Wilds of Eldraine. It's kind of seeing play all over the place, all the way back to Modern. So let's see how that does in this deck. And then the rest of our creatures are prowess creatures in the form of 4 copies of Monastery Swiftspear and 4 copies of Soulscar Mage. And then we're also running 3 copies of Ledger Shredder, which doesn't have prowess, but has that kind of cheap instants and sorceries triggering its ability kind of thing going on. So he's playing Phoenix decks and a few other things, so that's our kind of creature package. And then, like a lot of these decks, we're just running a lot of cheap instants and sorceries just to trigger our prowess as often as possible. So we've got those 1 mana cantrips that we see in the Phoenix decks. So 4 copies of Consider, 4 copies of Sleight of Hand, and 2 copies of Opt. And then we've got some removal spells as well, so 4 Fire Impulse and 4 Play with Fire. And then it's Treasure Cruise as well, which is a very handy addition from Cards of Tarkir. As I say, 7 and a blue, delve, draw 3 cards, so often we will be casting this for as little as 1 blue mana, just to keep all of the spells coming, keep our creatures well pumped. And then Elusive Otter, when you're making this a 5/5 or 6/6, it's going to be very, very difficult for the opponent to block it. So that's kind of the idea behind the deck. In the mana base, we've got a lot of fast lands, just because, as you can see, none of our, almost all of our spells are 1 or 2 mana. Treasure Cruise isn't, but does a kind of impression of that. So yeah, a lot of fast lands, few steam vents, just because green is the least important colour here, but we still need. And then Mana Confluence just help us smooth out those 3 colours that we need. Obviously, we can't really run triomes in this deck. We have far too many 1-drops. And then just a couple of other lands as well. So an Ottawara, a Den of the Bugbear as our creature land, and then 1 island as our basic land. And in the sideboard, we've got 3 copies of Spell Pierce, Disdainful Stroke, and a Mystical Dispute. So that's our kind of counter spell package. Cheap counter spells that also trigger prowess. Alpine Moon, dealing with sort of those problematic non-basic lands which add more than 1 colour. So Nykthos, Lotus Field, that kind of thing. So we can't really play Damping Sphere in this deck, which is the other way of shutting those, the more effective way of shutting those down, but unfortunately it has that other clause which makes spells more expensive the more you've cast in a turn, which really doesn't suit this deck at all. So we've got a couple of Alpine Moons, Rending Volley, dealing with those problematic white or blue creatures, a couple of Abrades, just additional removal, destroys artifacts, and then we have Unlicensed Hearse as well, just to help us take out the opponent's graveyard. So yeah, it's a pretty simple deck. It's a kind of another spells matter deck, slightly different build to the Phoenix one, but Phoenix is seeing play all over the place, so let's try something a little different with some prowess instead. So yeah, let's see how we go on with this. Thank you very much for watching. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, as ever, and let's go on to the ladder. This is a little light on creatures, but I think it's a keepable hand. So it looks like our opponent's probably playing Phoenix, so I'm not going to run our Swift Spear into too obvious removal. So let's play it now. Attack the opponent. Pass the turn. Yep. Not thrilled about seeing Treasure Cruise, but we do have one of our own. They will have a much easier time of filling up their graveyard than we do, but okay, that's interesting. So let's play Mana Confluence. Let's drop a Consider on the battlefield. No, I don't think I want another play with fire. Ooh, Soulscar Mage is good, so let's attack the opponent. Play Soulscar. Then we have Play with Fire available for their... Just another prankster, you say? Okay. Let's see if they can help themselves here. No? Okay, fair enough. I will wait. So they're going off quite nicely here. Yeah, this is a pretty good start for our opponent. Interesting. Yes, they left some of their graveyard behind. I suppose that makes sense. Gives them a few options. So let's kill that Phoenix. Now. Alright, let's seek the beast. Let's play Sleight of Hand. Grab another land. Treasure Cruise probably isn't doing anything for us here. Okay, I think 3 Phoenixes means I've seen enough here. Okay, so we have some pretty good answers to what they're doing, so let's put in Rending Volley, Unlicensed Hearse, Mystical Dispute, one spell, couple of Spell Pierces. These are just mainly for Treasure Cruise. Let's take out Play with Fire. It doesn't really hit anything valuable here. Fiery Impulse, I think a few of those is fine. I don't really want all of them. Shredder is good. Let's lose some of our cantrips. I think we can ditch Sleight of Hand here. And probably Oct as well. Let's just leave it like this. How do I still want the Fiery Impulses? Yeah, I suppose if we're gonna Unlicensed Hearse Phoenixes, we do need a way of getting them off the board if they are on the board, so... And it can deal with pranksters, and whereas Play with Fire just can't, so... Yep, that's fine. So let's open with a Monastery Swiftspear. I am going to shock myself here, I think, just because... Play Soulscar. Okay, I'm happy to slow roll this for a little longer. Just to consider. I might have spell pierced up a prankster adventure if they'd had one. Yep, fair enough. No follow-up 1-drop. Okay, well, let's get the train rolling then. Don't need mana confluence. Send our creatures in. Now, I could kill this. It does give them a connive ability. Then they're probably going to get that anyway, so... yeah, let's do it. And we still have Spell Pierce for anything particularly challenging they might play. You know, if they like pieces of the puzzle, for example, although I don't think the Prankster version of this deck runs pieces. Prankster kind of does the same thing. 4 cards in graveyard, in which case, let's Treasure Cruise. Alright, let's Spell Pierce this. Just because it gives us some more damage. Okay, we are fully tapped out now though, so that is worth bearing in mind. Yep, so they're going to have a Phoenix come back this turn. Presumably this is a treasure cruise of some description. Yep. You can never truly escape it. Okay, let's play Shredder. Follow it up with a Seek the Beast. I will discard this other one, I think. Interesting. Well, we may as well, I suppose. Get it out the way of our Swift Spear. Okay, they might seem to have another Lightning Axe, yep. Okay, I mean, they've 2 for 1 themselves there, which I can kind of live with. Hooray! Finally something I can kill. Right, let's Rending Volley that before the Connive ability starts causing us problems. Okay, now let's play Questing Druid into Ledger Shredder into Monastery Swift Spear. Attack them down to 5. Very good. Okay, now we're on the draw. So let's pop in a Disdainful Stroke for Treasure Cruise, take out another Impulse. Spell Pierce in exchange for one of our treasure cruises. I think that's probably fine. It's a tough one on the draw, but you can see the kind of the slightly different styles that these two decks have kind of butting up against each other. It's really just whoever runs out of resources first. This is fine. It's not great, it's just fine. Oh, Hearst now makes it pretty good, so... So, let's play Otter. And they don't have any red mana at the moment, so I'm just going to keep playing creatures. I don't feel any particular urge to do anything else at the moment. Yep. Oh, good. Oh, good. Now, they may get their Phoenix back straight away here. It would be annoying if they do, but... yeah, looks like they probably will. But it's fine, we will find a way to kill it eventually. Yeah. Interesting they didn't kill the Otter here. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, I can't Rending Volley it, so... let's just play Elusive Otter into Unlicensed Hearse. Offer them the trade if they would like it. Now let's... I will eat their Phoenix now, just because I want to start chewing away at their graveyard, so... okay, Shredder is a good thing to see here, because it gives us something to... ooh, and our own treasure cruise. Okay, we can't really do much with that yet, so let's just Rending Volley this. Play Steam Vents. Attack the opponent. Again, they do have enough to be treasure cruising, so it doesn't really make much difference doing it at this speed. Yep. Okay, well, let's play Consider. I don't want another Otter. Don't really want to land either, but I'll take it. Their Shredder can't block the Otters at the moment. Don't think I'm going to play Treasure Cruise into such obvious removal, so let's just pass the turn. Counterspell rather, not removal. Okay. Yep, they're going full on with killing my stuff. But that does make my treasure cruise very cheap, so Swings and roundabouts, I suppose. So let's just keep chewing at their graveyard. Ooh, another land is actually okay here, so let's exile our graveyard. It's a pretty bad draw, but it does give us the option to do this, which means they have to lose their Shredder. Now they're just going for spells. They need a creature. Okay, they've got Shredder, fair enough, so we're back to square one on this, but fortunately, we have the answer. So, let's activate Den of the Bugbear. There's no way that they could do 6 damage to this with 1 mana. Yep. Very good. Izzet Phoenix, RIP. Yep, always happy with the play in these decks, and that's a pretty decent opening hand, so 2 creatures, 2 spells. So let's open with a Soulscar Mage. Don't you dare. Okay. I don't like it. But it could be worse. So let's play Sleight of Hand. Ooh. Let's just do a little bit of aggro. Virtue of Persistence? Ooh. Boo. Well, let's get our stuff online. Don't need another land here, I don't think. Honestly, whose removal gains them life? Outrageous. We'll keep the Shredder here. No, we won't keep the Shredder here. That's what I meant to say. Don't need another Impulse, I don't think, until we see a creature. So they're just running mono-black removal. Yep, they can take my Fiery Impulse. Well, that's a little bit sad. Yep, I'll take a Sleight of Hand. Just keep growing the Swift Spear. Yep, Questing Druid's good. So let's attack. Pass the turn, hopefully we can bait them into trying to use some sort of discard spell. Okay, they're just running a lot of land removal, which is fine because our deck's got a very low to the ground curve. So wow. That is pretty tragic. Ah. Hello. Thanks for coming to play. That is annoyingly coming at entirely the wrong time, but cannot be helped. Yeah, this treasure cruise is... Okay, so they are actually running Waste Not. Fair enough. This treasure cruise feels super dead in our hand, unless we can... Don't think it is worth offering the trade at this point. May as well wait till it grows a bit more. Okay, that's a somewhat unfortunate draw. So let's lose one Swift Spear here. So this is a sorcery, unfortunately, because otherwise that would be rather spicy. Yep, scoop this one up. Draw all of our cards in the wrong order there, unfortunately. So the opponent is mono black discard, so I want Spell Pierce for their Waste Knots. Disdainful Stroke. I think that's basically it. I don't actually hate how this deck plays against what they're doing, but yeah, I think we just need... They dealt with all of our early threats very easily. They just had a lot of removal, so let's just try a slightly different variant. Yep, this will do fine, I think. So I'm going to hold onto the Otter just for the time being. Let's play another Swift Spear into Sleight of Hand. Take another Sleight of Hand. Okay, let's play one Sleight of Hand now. I will take the Swift Spear here, but I will not play it yet, because I want to questing Druid at the end of their turn. Detection Tower. Okay. Just a card, I suppose.
Get in my way tend to regret it.
What does this do? Okay, hexproof. That's a pretty tragic set of draws, so let's just play Swift Spear. Kill Liliana. Hold our other Seek the Beast. Right, let's get this one out of our hand. Disdainful Stroke's useless here, but... Okay, that's not bad. So let's play Druid, into Druid, into Soulscar Mage. So we've got a decent number of threats on the board now. Okay. Well, I will just activate my Den of the Bugbear. Yep, that's going to be a problem. Especially if I keep drawing land. Okay, well, we've probably got a couple more turns to do something about this, but... Okay, that's not awful, so let's seek the beast. Play Druid. Play Swift Spear. Play Consider. Yep, can't draw with Shieldred on the battlefield, unfortunately. That was very frustrating, the way we drew our cards there. Just, yeah, completely in the wrong order both games. Never mind. This is not the best hand, but it's probably not a mulligan either, just because it has sleight of hand. So let's get going. Shredder's a decent enough follow-up, so hopefully we'll have something to impulse. No, just more land, you say? Fair enough. Well, let's put Shredder onto the battlefield anyway. Okay. Okay, well, let's seek the beast. Let's play Pathway into Play with Fire, into Discard Land. Yeah, I'll keep another Shredder. Now let's Fiery Impulse their Trespasser. Can discard a land quite happily for that. Okay, that's not horrendous. Well, they are going full in on the Trespasser strategy, which is somewhat annoying for my graveyard. So, let's play Shredder. Pop a Questing Druid into play. Yeah, let's discard Otter here, I think. Then I think I will just pass the turn, hold on to our Consider for next turn. Ooh, Inti. Okay. Yeah, interesting that this is now something that people seem to play. So I am going to play around Bone Crusher Giant here. It doesn't matter because they're going to put a +1/+1 counter on it anyway, so... Okay, well, we're gonna lose this card anyway, so let's... Well, I may as well play Consider here. Steam Vents can go in the bin. Yep, okay, at least I lose a land rather than anything good. That's less thrilling, I have to say. Where are my treasure cruisers? So I can't bounce that. So I will attack with these two. I can't quite bring Croxa back yet. It's Sawara away there, Inti. So I could string together some way of burning them out the game here, but it seems unlikely. Wow. Thank you so much. I really needed that. Typical. Okay, well, let's opt. No, I need a treasure cruise or something. Okay, Fiery Impulse isn't terrible, so let's burn out their Inti here. Yeah, trouble is Croxa's gonna come back is the thing, and I think I'm just dead to that. So I can only do them 9, even if that wasn't there. Bone Crusher. Yep. So let's bring in our hearses. Our braids. Apart from that, I don't think we're changing a huge amount else. These removal spells are all actually quite good. Let's trim a couple of cruises, just because it's a little bit weak to the amount of trespassers and other graveyard hate that they're running. Yeah, our treasure cruisers have been really weak so far. They've just turned up at entirely the wrong moment every game. Well, that is the risk of running an 8-mana spell. Okay, this is pretty good. Oh, I'm even happier that I trimmed those cruisers now. So let's play Swift Spear into Swift Spear number 2. Okay, well that's a pretty clear target for play with fire. Let's hold up our Seek the Beast. Yeah, Trespasser's less good when they only have their own graveyard to target. But it does gain them a life. We will play Seek the Beast. Okay, let's... how are we doing this? So let's play Swift Which one would I rather lose here? Swift Spear or Otter? That's a tough one. So I think I will keep the Otter. So let's do 3 damage to that. Discard Swift Spear. Hit them for 4. Pass the turn. Okay, Inti, and a Stalactite Starter. Okay, that's fun. So let's put a +1/+1 counter on each of these. Yeah, I can see why you'd want to get rid of that. They're going to have a nice for that. Yeah, well, that'll happen when you play Ley Line of the Void. So let's take out the rest of our cruises, put back in our ops. No, I think that will do for us. Mystical Dispute, no. Disdainful Stroke might not be the worst, actually. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them play a Shieldred. Yeah, I'm going to put it in just in case. Yeah. Yeah, Shieldred's a problem for this deck. It doesn't have Lightning Axe like the Phoenix decks do. So it's getting to 5 damage is quite difficult. I haven't seen them play Fable of the Mirror Breaker either. Maybe they just haven't drawn it. This is fine. Only one creature's a little bit sad. Okay, well, as it can't block. What does this do? Raid? Okay, so they can bring it back, but... Interesting. Haven't seen Legion's End in a hot minute. Okay, let's play Swift Spear into Otter. Not blocking any of this stuff, so... Hopefully we'll just place something I can kill. It's a simple request. Otherwise we're just... Okay, Croxer I could live with, so let's discard Opt. They got another play. That's annoying. Okay, well let's play Sleight of Hand. Otter or Shredder? Otter or Shredder? Let's take Shredder, I think, here. Yeah, they've got a Fatal Push, which is fine. So having seen that, let's just get Shredder into play now. Need to kill them before they can bring Cropser back. Okay, Knight of the Ebon Legion's an easy target. My lack of red mana is going to cause me some problems here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's open with Consider. Don't want that. I think we're playing a Braid, targeting their Bone Crusher Giant. Discarding Swift Spear. Okay, only 5 cards in graveyard, so I do have time to... Oh, this is going to be a close one. If they hit me with a hand disruption spell, I'm pretty screwed here. Or if they have exactly land Fatal Push, that's pretty devastating, but can't live like that. Eight life each. I've got a decent 2 cards. They've gone in the tank, so that's encouraging. They don't have an obvious play. So yeah. So depending on what I draw, all else being equal, it's Swift Spear into Hearse, and just put them on a very fast clock. And then just get rid of Croxer before it becomes a problem. Okay, they are cycling through their turn. So either they're roping me or they're disconnected. Okay, let's play Swift Spear. Let's play Hearse. Discard Mana Confluence. Use Hearse on their Croxer and their Bone Crusher Giant. Attack. Okay, that was a close one, but we did get there in the end. Very good. Okay, that was Temur Prowess. Interesting deck. Had some very clear weaknesses, I would say. Shieldred being the most obvious one. You probably want to adjust the deck based on that. Maybe run a little bit more... How are we doing in terms of... Okay, we're at the boring end of the Mastery Pass now. Yeah, maybe want to run a little bit more counterspell magic for Shieldred. Maybe another Disdainful Stroke or something. But yeah, that didn't do too badly. I enjoyed playing it anyway. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Here's the deck list one more time. Like and subscribe, you know it makes sense, and I will see you next time.